but the vast majority are terrible, and they look terrible, like they are eyesores. Like they look clumsy, like baby deers just waddling and can't do anything right. That's how they look. It looks terrible. Women's basketball is by far the worst optically. Yo, what's happening YouTube? It's your boy Bolo, and I'm coming to you with another video for educational purposes only. And you know it's a cold day in hell when I'm agreeing with Don Lemon. So obviously the women in general have been making a ruckus all over just every industry you could think of outside of the ones that they make more money, about how it's not fair and equal pay and all that jazzerino. And we're gonna see Don Lemon, Lemon, I don't know how you actually say it, but we're gonna see him actually make sense. Let's break it down.
If there is more interest in a men's sport, the business, the people who make money off of sports will put that on television because we live in a capitalist society. And if people are interested in that, then there would be more attention and more money would be paid. So it's about the money.
It's about the money and the interest. And if he was a little bit more on his square, but to be honest, he probably had his heart pounding. Because he knows, one, he's on CNN, far left leaning. Two, he's a part of the LGBTQ, which is closely aligned with the feminist agenda. Okay? And three, he's doing this on live TV. So he's kind of knowing there's gonna be some kind of backlash at some point, and he's probably just like trying to work up the gumption to complete his, to stand his ground. So I can't blame him for not, really shitting on all their points because they have holes that he didn't exploit.
And this is the point that I was making that goes to that, which is why is that what people are watching? It's because it's what they're used to watching.
Not at all. Because it's better. Okay? Because it's better. I guarantee you, she doesn't have any pictures going to any fucking WNBA games. I bet you she goes to tennis, but I'm pretty sure she has nothing. And if it is, it's maybe one picture. And you can find 1 million at whatever guy male sports team is. I bet you she has a ton there. Women don't even support their shit. That's a fact. I think women make up more than half the US population. So, I mean, you could change it. Be the change you want, lady.
Why is it? Because it's what they're used to watching? Because men were putting men's sports on TV way before women's sports. Yes. So it's the systemic, institutionalized thing. No, I'm not saying
they are just more interested in it.
But why are they more? But you're missing my point.
You don't have a fucking point.
More interested because men's sports has been around longer. People have been paying attention to it more. There have been these amazing female sports stars that have only become household names in recent decades. That's the point. And I'm saying if they had both.
Let's be honest about this. And I'm not talking about every female athlete. A lot of them I have great respect for, especially in the combat sports, which is a perfect example of how she's totally fucking wrong. But you have athletes like Serena Williams, both of them, Venus and Serena, Martina Navratilova, the white Russian girl. Lots of endorsements, big paydays, the whole nine. You even have a handful of WNBA players that make decent money, get sponsorships. I'll tell you right now, Diana Taurasi, that bitch could ball. I don't care, male or female. Now, she can't hang with the men professionally, but can she ball? Can you see the skill set? Yes. God damn my fucking alarm. 1 second. Continue. Paige Beckers, another white girl that plays ball. She can ball. But the vast majority are terrible. And they look terrible, like they are eyesores. Like they look clumsy, like baby deers just waddling and can't do anything right. That's how they look. It looks terrible. Women's basketball is by far the worst optically. They make blunders that are like junior high boys teams type shit, you know, and that's what they do at the highest level. So that's why no one watches, because I mean, in soccer, it's just in general, they want to see the men. Men are faster, stronger, quicker, more powerful, just the energy around it. You know, when guys show emotion, it feels just raw and almost animalistic, you know, very just oozing masculinity and testosterone. And let's be honest, the women are mimicking that behavior. It doesn't even feel real when they start grunting and bumping chests and all that goofy shit. It don't even feel like legit. Let's be honest.
Both started at the exact same point. They both received the same amount of marketing and promotion and all that stuff. And then we got to where we are today. That would be a different point.
Guess what? Big media giants, big advertisers.
See, and that's a big problem. That's why we're in this whole predicament right here. You say, I respect your point. No, it's a stupid point. Stop saying you respect stupid shit that's being said. And not just him, but just in the whole media landscape. When these women say dumb shit because they're scared to lose their job or their position or whatever it is, they'll sit there and say, I respect your opinion and I totally get what you're coming from. I totally get your point and I agree with you, but, you know, just tiny little things. No, just say, look, no one cares about that shit. And you don't care about that shit. How come I haven't seen you at any of these games? That's what they should be saying. How many games have you gone to? Who's your favorite WNBA player? Who led the league in scoring last year? Since, you know, we're talking about how popular and amazing it is. Tell me who led the league. Who led the league in assists and blocks? Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. That's a big problem, is that this whole, like, even when you want to disagree, you do it real timid, like, you know, I totally get what you're saying and I respect your point. No, it's a stupid point. Stupid point. Just say how it is.
Not another opportunity to put the money where your mouth is.
I don't believe that's accurate. I respect your point, and I hear what you're saying. I don't believe that's accurate. We live in a capitalist society, and if people can make money off of whatever it is, they are going to exploit it. And there is a reason, and I'm sure it's part of what you are saying, and it's part of what you're saying. And these are conversations that we need to have. But I just think
perfect example. The WNBA been out for over 20 years. And no one outside of Bull Dykes and the kids that they bring with them gives a shit about the WNBA. No disrespect to you ladies. I respect the work you put in. And you are obviously good at the game of basketball. But you are nowhere near, and I repeat, nowhere fucking near an NBA player's level. Okay? Like that. But if we contrast that with, say, one championship, UFC, they have female stars that do quite well, have fan bases of male and females supporting them and rooting them and cheering them on and watching them on these pay-per-view events. And the UFC has been out a lot less, you know, as far as length of time than the WNBA. So this whole, if they came out earlier, they would have done better. Then explain the UFC in one championship. I can tell you right now, I have a couple female combat sport athletes that I really enjoy watching. Stamp Fairtex. Can't remember these two Thai chicks, but Supergirl, that's like their nickname, Supergirl, Jaroon something, and like her sister or whatever, the chick with the long crazy legs, bananas, amazing athletes. Ronda Rousey was popping a couple years ago. Okay, so people will watch it if it's entertaining. And like I said before, tennis has been popular for decades. Women's tennis. So that's bullshit. But he wasn't, you know, it's kind of hard for him to think because he's trying not to ruffle their feathers too much, because you can already see their blood is boiling. They're already like, oh my God, how can he's not supposed to step out of line.
I just think that we are lying to ourselves if we believe that someone cannot sit here and speak the truth to
Can I read you a headline?
about.
This is a fact that my smart producer Annie gave me. Quote from Forbes.
Andy, you're a fucking punk. Go fuck yourself.
Fastest growing audiences on TV are for women's sports.
Okay, see, that's a very vague statement. I want to know what sports, how much growth. You know, I really want to know. I want to see a breakdown because that's a very vague statement. Could it be like how they're doing with CNN where they just put the sports on in like public spaces, like the airports, you know, when they just have stuff playing? Does that count? The WNBA, do they do that with that? I need to know. Because I'm pretty sure if someone broke down the real ratings, it's not going to say what she said, one. Two, why doesn't that translate into in stadium or in arena attendance? Why is it only the fastest growing thing on TV? Because you can manipulate TV. How come, bro, they literally can't even give out WNBA tickets. Literally, $5 tickets, people won't buy them. But you telling me they sitting there with their popcorn. Oh my God, she blew another layup. Look at that blown alley-oop attempt that no one knew. I mean, everyone knew she wasn't gonna be able to catch. Like, come on, man. But she eats it up because she's got penis envy, just like the other one. They just want to steal all the glory and that they see men have. Okay, that's all that is.
Growing.
But that's because where ad dollars go.
Like I said, he should have brought up combat sports because female combat sports is doing quite fucking well. Okay, they're mixed. It's not like they get thrown in the program and people say, oh, it's the women. Let's go for a beer run. Like, no. Motherfuckers watch the women fight and get into it, myself included. I find it very entertaining, very high level, technical. But the women's basketball looks like doo-doo. Okay, and the soccer, yeah, they win, but it doesn't look great either. I'm sorry, it is what it is. But let me know what your thoughts are on this whole women's sports pay and why people don't watch. And why do the ones complaining about no one watching don't watch either? Because I tell you right now, the girls I work with, they all go to Barclays. They all go to Nets games and Knicks games. I've never seen one of them say, going to the Liberty game. Hope they win. All right, so let me know what your thoughts are. I'm out.